What is up, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're back again, working on Sunburn in the Fox Body Chop Shop. And today, we're going to be installing this UPR coilover conversion kit, guys. It's an awesome kit. Can't wait to get this thing in. Can't wait to get these big old coils out of here. Put some coilovers over these struts. It's going to be awesome. Here's our kit all laid out. We've got our 14-inch by 150-pound coil springs. We've got our adjustment sleeves, all our cones and everything that comes with the kit. We also got the coilover thrust bearing upgrade kit. They highly recommended this. These will go down on here so that when you turn, the strut actually moves. The coil actually moves nicely on bearing instead of just riding right on that adjuster sleeve. So that's awesome. Let's start by getting these old coil springs out of here and getting these struts ripped out and put this kit on, guys. Goes. Now the punch is in there. Good noise, eh?
Yeah.
Like, see how easy it's moving? She's not very low. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Not too bad. But you never know. That's the sketchy thing about coils, is that you never know how much force is there. When I was putting these in the first time, I put my hand in a bad place as I was trying to fight them in. I was pushing down on this knuckle here. Coil popped out, coil jammed my hand between the coil spring and this, and I just like froze. I was like, because you never know how much pressure's actually on your hand, right? But it was fine. It just hurt for a while. But yeah, gonna get the other side popped out. We'll pull these springs out of here, and Bob's your uncle. These bolts in here. Should have done the bottom one first. Shouldn't be too bad though. Yeah, see, nothing. Perfect. That's what we want.
Wow.
So moving the jack stand out a bit helped us. Now, you'll watch what happens when I lift this thing up. Down there. Sliding. Is that jack stand sliding? There she goes. How's that one looking?
Open? Pretty open wide.
Yeah, you see how big these things are? They're insane. I literally had no suspension before. Like, I'd launch and the front end would pull the tire, but like there'd be no travel. You could never get this strut to actually compress. Why did I put these in here? I have no idea. Don't ask. We're fixing it now. That one come out?
Yep.
Perfect. Did my job for me.
That's
nice.
Good.
All right.
Maybe I should have been standing back a little bit more. I didn't think about that.
Make sure we're still somewhat on the hoist here. You literally have to put these things in with the control arm flat and then start trying to jack it. And I did it on the ground in the dirt before. It was something. Look at that, guys.
I remember when you were putting those in.
Yeah. It's just insane. And these ones are similar in height, but these are 150-pound coil spring. Like, they compress really easy, as you can see. This one, you can't get anything out of it. This one compresses easy. And this is a totally different design. It goes up on the strut here like this. It's gonna go way up in there. But anyways, out with these, in with these. Big weight savings, guys. Big weight savings. That's probably 30 pounds, I'd say. I think at least 30 pounds. Oh, yeah, let's pop this one out of here.
Okay, don't let it get me.
If you're doing coils, just use mechanical hands. There's a mechanical hand here. Anything so you don't have to touch it. Just pull it around here. Crazy, eh?
Yeah. That was a lot more
than you thought.
Yeah. Saving that stuff for later.
Yeah. Now you guys see why Sunburn sits like this. Now she's gonna be sitting like this, hopefully. Maybe not that much, just flat or just a little tilted forwards. You can adjust it also. It's fully adjustable with these sleeves. All right, so the coil, you put a bearing in here, but the coil sits on there, and then you can adjust the height from like here all the way down to here, right? Adjust your ride height and how how your compression and stuff like that, right? Because you're compressing the spring more. Well, for those of you that haven't seen yet, obviously Sunburn's a little different in the engine bay this year. If you want to see what all we've done in here, go check out our last video that we posted. Maybe I'll leave a link, and you can watch us porting out this intake and getting this thing running and everything with its revision. Anyways, let's pull these struts out of here. Can I hold it with my hand? Not quite. Do that before you pull your suspension out, because you can actually use the suspension to hold that. Now I gotta do some weird stuff. Good luck. God. Oh, I think it's going. Oh yeah, she's going. I'm hoping it gets easier here soon. Let me get some lubrication.
Lube is always a good idea.
Double up on the lubrication, guys. I usually do a sandwich, so I'll do my deep creep. Bit of never sees is your lubrication sandwich. Alright, and then finish her off with the deep creep again on top. Now let's try. Oh yeah, she's getting better already. Oh. And I probably could just do it one of these. Look at this now. There we go. Come on. No, I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to get my wrench off. Whoa. There we go. Our strut is out. Not very much travel on these struts. I got the sleeve spun all the way down, so we'll have max lowest ride height in the front, but that'll just make it way easier for getting everything all together. We got our strut here. Nice and dirty. And take this off. I think we got to get rid of this. Slide this on. And wait a second. What's going on here? Oh, I think I have to grind this thing off. It's supposed to slide all the way to the bottom. Oh. Might have to grind that off. Reading the instructions, guys. If you are using a factory style strut, you will need to carefully grind down the outer diameter of the dust cover support from the top side of the strut. Be careful not to grind into the body of the strut. So we gotta nip this thing off. So we're gonna do that and then try again. Get the old master crap grinder out here. I'm gonna go with the old cut technique first, and then I'll clean up my cut with the grinder after. These discs are kind of cool. I just got them double-sided. Obviously, be very careful you don't hit this at all, because then you'll be leaking like mad. And also, don't do what I did and hit your body. But more importantly, do not hit your shaft. You put a little nick in that, and when this slides in and out of your shock, it's going to start leaking. The seal will start leaking, and then soon you'll have no shock. As you can see, I keep a very tight pinch here. Okay, there we go. Now, before I switch to our grinding disc to round it all off, I'm gonna cut our other one. So I'm gonna get our other one pulled out, do the same thing, grind them both down. we're kind of doing both at the same time. If you haven't played with much suspension on these things or done much front end work on these, do one side at a time, okay? Let's see if it'll slide over now. You know, you can't work on Sunburn without having to pull out a grinder at least one time. Okay. There we go. That's what we want. And that channel goes in there like that. It's supposed to anyways. I think it just sits like that. Perfect. Slide this guy on. Something like that. Washer. Ooh, hello. And then a bearing. Another washer. Boom. Like that. And this guy. We're gonna want this guy. And then we're gonna want this guy. And we're gonna want this guy. Just like that. And this guy. Well, it goes in if you have that up, so I guess we just have to, I think we just got this too low here. We just have to spin it up a bit. Just like that a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to try to put this in the car and see what happens. So like that. Okay, that's started. So it's sitting in there. Looking good, it looks like. Yeah, that'll just sit up there like that. Look at that, guys. That looks awesome. Okay, I'm going to get our other one put together, get it to this point, and then we'll check back in with you guys and get them completely put in. All right, guys. Well, we're just about to put our knuckle back up in here. We'll get our brakes and everything back on. But I'm just noticing the only thing I'm not liking about this kit is this thing is supposed to like slide down around here, so it's like clocked in there. But it just doesn't quite fit this strut for some reason. Don't know why, but I guess that's just how it's gonna sit. Hopefully it survives. All right, guys, well, we got her slid down on here now, as you can see, so it's locked in there. But I don't like how it's just gonna be riding on here, and it's like, see how it's cocking it over like that, and there's nothing holding it up all the way around here. So I'm gonna sharpie some lines, put some weld in for it to sit on, and then at least it's got something to sit on. Totally different than all the struts I've seen in other videos. Other guys have like a little ledge here for the thing to sit on, and then it also sits down in this channel. It's supposed to sit down in this channel. I don't know. I'm just gonna put some weld on there and then do the other one, I guess. Always something. Never weld a pressurized cylinder, guys. Or heat a pressurized cylinder for that matter. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, here we go. We need a mask.
So is there quite a possibility that it might blow up?
Very high, 95% chance.
And you have your pregnant wife filming you?
No, you just gotta be careful. You just don't want to get it smoking hot and just spread out the heat and just don't be an idiot. You're gonna be fine.
Awesome.
I've heated up struts lots. Just gotta be careful. for a sec. Should be pretty good. We'll just have to grind it kind of sort of flattish. It'll help a bit, I think. I'm just gonna grind that down a bit so it hits in other spots. Maybe put a little bit of weld a little higher up right there. Other than that, it should be pretty good. Dirty, eh? Ideally, I'd weld a plate on here, but race day's in a couple days. Well, it's Tuesday, race days, Sunday, test and tune Saturday, and I work every day 9 to 5, so this is what you got to do. Look at that. That's pretty freaking mint, if you ask me. Right? Like, that's just there, so when it does try to go down, it's hitting something at least. Oh yeah, that feels solid. Look like it's hard for me to do that now. Like once you're actually loaded up. Oh yeah, she's loading even all the way around. Good enough. Let's do the next one. Alright guys, well as you can see there, we got our weld on this one. It is what it is. It's gonna work. Unfortunately, doing a bit of research, these are supposed to slide like right tight over this. Like you see how much slop's in there? It's supposed to be right tight. There's usually a little lip that comes up that this thing slots onto, and then there's a big piece of metal all the way around that actually sits on. These struts are out of a newer Mustang. This kit is a 79 to 2004 kit, I'm pretty sure. But this must be out of a slightly newer than that Mustang. These struts, I got them from a friend. Put them in the car because they were free and mine were punched. So the only other thing I can do is buy a new set of struts for a Fox body. But the whole reason I bought this kit was so that I didn't have to buy struts. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up. Hopefully it doesn't ruin this piece right off the bat. Hopefully it lasts a little while because it is a pricey little kit, especially for us Canadians right now with the tariffs and whatnot. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for tonight. We're gonna put some paint on these, let them dry overnight, and then we'll put everything back together tomorrow, get the slicks on the back, set our ride height, and see how she looks. All right guys, here's our final product. Nice and tight on there, barely moving. Okay, I know it's getting dirty, I know it's getting greasy, but I'm out of time, guys, okay? Yes, I probably could have found a pipe that went on here or wrapped around there or something, welded it on, but we're just going with the duct tape, guys. I think it's gonna be mint. It's at least gonna last the weekend. All we gotta do is just get through the weekend. So there we go. Do that to the other side and then start putting these things together. Okay guys, we've got our coilovers made here. Time to get these things put into the car. Let's do it. Well guys, as you can see here, our struts are in. We've got our flex hoses relocated. They didn't say anything about that, but the flex hoses were mounted here before. Coil was hitting it, so we relocated those. Hopefully they won't hit the tire or anything when we're flexing out. Got the fuel lines out of the way back there and whatnot. Now we're just gonna put the weight on it and get our ride height set on this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my slicks, put my slicks on, and we'll set our ride height. Got our slicks mounted on there, guys. Got our race day pressures in it, and we're about to put the weight on her for the first time. Here we go. Oh, did not sound too good. Oh yeah. We're definitely gonna have to crank him up a bit. She's turning into a low rider now, guys. Holy crow. But I knew that I had him set super loose because I just wanted to see how low she would actually go. Oh, she just went down a lot more. That's low, guys. She's sitting low. That's awesome. All right, we're just gonna play around with some stuff here, get our ride height where we want it. All right, we adjusted our ride height by about 1 inch, so let's try this again here. Okay, made a bit of a difference. The shop's so messy right now, guys. It's insane. We gotta tidy up. I think it looks pretty good right there. It's not too bad. We could even go a little lower in the front, but I think we're pretty close to level there. It's just raked forwards just a bit. And I think we still got quite a bit of travel on our shock up there. Yeah, we still got a bit of travel on our shock for separation. That's the only thing, is I don't want to lose too much separation by having the front end too high, but I also don't want to have it so low in the front that I won't weight transfer. Like, I don't want the crankshaft way below the rear pinion, right? But we'll just see. Might be able to go a little lower in the front, but I also want to be able to get it on and off the trailer and on and off the hoist. So I think we're going to leave it here. I'm just going to take a better look at it, do some measuring and stuff. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys here. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this, guys. It looks pretty dang good. And I think we'll still be able to get it on the trailer. We're 27¼ inches from the ground to the fender on this side, 27½ on that side. It goes down about ½ inch when I get in it, so it's about even when I get in it. And then we're 28½ on the back from the ground to the tire, so we're about 1 inch, 1¼ inch higher on the back than we are on the front, so it's just raked forward just a little bit. I have 13 psi of tire pressure in these back tires right now. Usually I run about 10 or 11, but I want to try 12 or 13 this year. So those may or may not stay. They may go a couple pounds lower, so it will sit a little lower in the back, but not by much. But yeah, pretty happy with that, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. The kit went, okay. I mean, if I had the right struts, it would have been way faster, way simpler. Turns out these are actually Cobra R struts, or Cobra struts, I guess. I got them from a buddy and doing some research online. The Cobra ones are slightly smaller. It says right in the description of the product that they're for the 2¼ inch struts, and if you have the Cobra struts, they won't work, but I didn't really realize these were Cobra struts. Anyways, as long as you got the right struts, should work fine for you. We made it work. Other than that, it's a great kit, decent price. I'll leave the link to the kit in the description down below. And yeah, I'm just a quick video on this one, guys. Just wanted to kind of go through it with you guys and hope this helped you out a little bit at least. And yeah, race day, like I said, is in a couple days. We just got a couple more things to wrap up on this guy. I'm going to throw some paint on my doors right now where there's just primer on there still. So I'm just going to throw some dirty paint over all that nastiness on there and just a quick and dirty on that. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.